going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I was about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they cap things off with a big play up top, going 63 yards to the house. Coming out with it, it's Floyd. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Arkansas offense heads onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Jackson gonna throw it. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. So that penalty will give this offense a little boost. Here comes 2nd and 10. Turning it on. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first. Pulls it and runs it again. Maybe a crease. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the first down. Want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. midway of the period, first down here. Jackson will throw. Pressure coming, and down he goes.
He's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in the last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
The Razorbacks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Russell. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And the Razorbacks will punt it away on fourth down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Bearcats will be made just inside his own 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9. The Ravens have the football, and here comes their offense onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. He'll bounce his way ahead for a pickup of 4 out to the 14.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your...
Finding some room. Crosses midfield. Past the 40. Touchdown, Ravens. Great job by the back on the option.
That's why I love this offense running this option play, because if this running back gets the ball on the perimeter in space, he is so deadly and he's lethal. And he showed you right there. This guy's got a lot of tools.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And, man, you gotta love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. But
there he... Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to power their way ahead. Maybe some room here. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Razorbacks want to move quickly.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
The Ravens have the football, and here comes their offense onto the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Quarterback got it himself. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield. 1st and 10. They'll go to the air. Here's the pressure. And it's a sack.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
It's complete to the right. And he's knocked down.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary. Catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to... change. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Yeah, and the QB...
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. Jackson gonna throw it. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. That's caught. It's Platt. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Fires to the middle. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They kick it away on 4th down. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Running inside, it's Henderson. Explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. And it's the Ravens will hustle to the line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. This time he wants to throw. He'll pull it down. Slides to the ground, picks up the 1st down, and avoids the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And it's the Ravens come to the line with a new set of downs. Sends it back in motion. To the air on 1st down. Under fire. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now third down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. Rolls it in. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Razorbacks take their first time out. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. And it's the Ravens will try to move the chains on fourth down. Trying to keep the drive alive. He got enough to move the chains on that one. They'll spot it at the 27. 4th and 1 is one thing, but 4th and 2, sometimes the coaches sort of chicken out at the last minute. Not this time. They go for it and they get it.
I don't disagree. Just that one.
Looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking for a crease, it's Henderson. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On the option. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Here's a little room there. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Jackson will throw. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Hey guys, here on the home team sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted impressive from down here on the sidelines. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. They'll run the option. Now the toss. They bring him down. The option run to perfection, and it will move the chains. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it in the half. Takes us to halftime. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We begin with Louisville taking on the number 13 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's Louisville with the lead right now in the first half. This has been a good one, a battle of 1-0 teams. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications. As for your game and an interesting first half, let's take a look at the numbers of note. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win. Either way, it's time to find out. Back to the best in the biz for the start of this third quarter.
Just about set to get this second half underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. We check in with Holly Rowe.
I caught up with Scott Frost out of the locker room. They are going to continue to feed their running back. As you know, there are a lot of high expectations on him to start this game, and he has performed a terrific first half. They are going to get the ball here, and let's see if they continue to go to this running back. He has been a difference maker so far. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Timeout called as the play clock had gotten down to 3 seconds. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Motion from the back. They'll start this drive with a pass. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
How about the big fella? I know this is not in his job description to pick off passes, but the eye-hand coordination, able to get his big paws up there, stabs it out of Aaron. It was like he was almost surprised he had the football. Just start rumbling and stumbling once he had possession.
Shoots it to the left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second.
And you got to feel good about where you're at on this field, man. The defense forces the turnover, sets you up so good. Now, the whole playbook is wide open. First down, they go with the pass. I would not be surprised if they turn right around here, try to get more physical, try to run the football.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking to the big tight end. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they take it in for 6 more points. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And with the extra point, they're down 31-14.
Number 47, set to kick off.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets a block. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. The Ravens have the football, and here comes their offense onto the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it. A pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Ravens! And the beatdown has ensued. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and he just has 4 now on the season.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Pocket breaking down. Unleashes it on the run. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half. This is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this, and the defense is fully aware that they're going to throw the football. That's a great start to this second half.
And a decent game there before the defense makes the stop. Now on second down. Jackson gonna throw it. Finds his back. And coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Off-play action. It's complete on the right side. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find their rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Jackson will throw. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
3rd down and short is exactly what you want on offense because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice execution, 3rd and short, now set up in a 1st and goal situation.
And the Razorbacks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Here comes the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area we got to bow up. Nice job on 1st down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. He's got his man. They'll get... to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Under fire. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. Had to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Number 47, set to kick it off.
On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line. so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Ravens have the football, and here comes their offense onto the field. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit.
Makes the catch, and he's free. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throwing catch, and he's down at the 5.
And what a great job of being cool under pressure. He knew there was a defender about to hit him, and he held on to it as long as he could before letting it go. He paid for it, but what an accurate shot vertically down the field for an explosive play in the passing game.
On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Looking to throw. Going to ball his way in. Touchdown, Ravens! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Arkansas offense heads onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Jackson gonna throw it. Gets it out fast. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Off and running. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Arkansas. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Rides the back and leaves it. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down, and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
As we head to the final period, what a show both of these quarterbacks have put on. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Trying to impose their will with the run. Shakes off the defender. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Might have a chance.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Gives it on the option. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Got stuffed on first down. It's second. Here comes the option. Quarterback keep. Gain of 2 on the play, sets up 3rd and 8.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback, somebody has to have the pitch, and most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this team.
Breaks into the open. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. And it's the Ravens have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff, keep working on that clock.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. And it's the Ravens trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew. And they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Timeout taken by the offense. It's their 2nd. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Trying to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ravens!
I gotta say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
And he made the extra point without problem.
Number 95, set to advance on the football.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Ravens! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the point after is good.
Number 95, set to kick off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
Parker again. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy second down situations with some positive runs on first down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.